how to overcome abandonment issues. Stop caring about no one being there. And he said was in foster care, Aquarius rising, Aquarius that would I ain't got nothing to do with it, but the Saturn and all that. But abandonment issues and things, and then the Aquarius, you should probably got over that already if you got Aquarius, but it's your rising. You got Aquarius moon too. You shouldn't even care about that. But you probably manifested that in your life just due to that energy being there and stuff like that. But yeah, abandonment issues ain't no other way to deal with that, but just not care about people caring about you. I I had to let go of that energy a long time ago. I realized it don't matter how nice you is, how much you bring yourself down to earth, how much you try to relate, how it don't matter. Um, when you got the energy of abandonment or in some way, shape, or form, it's because of like you're not. For an example, right? Let's say you're around somebody and they're extremely not abandoned. They always have something to cater to them or something like that. Then the energy that they already absorbed in, they come up in that upbringing of being having a lot of motherly energy or fatherly energy or however the case may be. So when a person grow up in that energy, they manifest that, which becomes a positive parent trait that they have that they end up manifesting in the world. So these are people that can attract a lot of others in their life to not be abandoned and things of that nature due to the fact of they're already harnessing the energy because they might got people in their life that care like for them and stuff like that. People who don't have that, you don't manifest that type of energy, but you also manifest a know-how better than individuals who manifest that energy. So you should care more about the know-how that you're developing more than the actual energy of feeling abandoned. You should care more about the know-how you're developing out of that, out of all of those abandonment scenarios, because it's going to give you some sufficient know-how and shit like that. So your way of going about things is much more sufficient than an individual who's not abandoned. And then you will start to realize from the outside looking in, individuals who's not abandoned also lack certain forms of intelligence, also are vulnerable a lot faster than you. Also, where your vulnerability and when you sweat, no one sees it. Where these individuals sweat and be vulnerable, everyone sees it. So, and that's what I had to learn. I had to learn to not necessarily um um care about certain shit like that. But I'm an angel. I already don't. I didn't did that eons. I'm in my last stages, my last experiences here. So a lot of things y'all be experiencing a whole lot. I don't. I only experience that on a small percentage scale. That goes for thoughts, feelings. I barely know how to react to y'all sometimes, like no matter what the expression is. Uh actions, things I'm involved in. So I only know how to do like a global mission for my last. I'm going out with a bang. I only know how to do something big. I don't know how to do the small shit anymore because I'm on my last stages of a body here and shit like that. So a lot of y'all still have that energy where, you know, you're going to come back down here, but you're still in a comfort zone and things of that nature. You got people who care about y'all. You got people that put y'all in a position where, you know what I'm saying, if you're at work too long, or if you're not doing something, bringing back something or something like that, you got people checking on you. You got people keeping tabs on you. You know what I'm saying? To know about your whereabouts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this what makes a lot of you humans still safe to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Which is another reason why I call y'all innocent spirits and shit like that. 'Cause, you know, angels don't necessarily come down here with that. Angels have to become everything they don't have. So I ain't have nothing. So I only had God. So I had to become my own parent, my own God, my own knowledge base, my own supporter, my own promoter, my own ideal creativity, my own courage, my own validity, my own validation, my own uh 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 and then I had to believe in that shit all myself. It wasn't like I had people around me saying, Cletus, go, yes, bitch, yes. I ain't had that either. I had to just fully think what I'm thinking and not give a fuck about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have got lost into that, I would have been gave up, because I would have been thinking people not fucking with me around me. Now I'm not talking about internet at this time. I'm just talking about like real life. If I would have took all those considerations and shit, I would have stopped, because I would have started looking at it like, well, just ain't nobody fucking with this spiritual shit or whatever like that. So what the fuck? I don't even think I know what I'm talking about. But I'm Archangel Uriel. I never even had that thought. And if I did have that thought, it was like eons ago. Shit, I'll be explaining just be what humans go through, not necessarily my explanation and shit. Like, because I know a lot of y'all probably heard me just say that, like, I don't have this, that, and third. So y'all might think I'm coming from the aspect of that's what I want, and you should feel sorry if I don't have. No, like, angels don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, actually, it's better for us not to have too much obligations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time to transform, it's time to transform. So it ain't really nothing that's there anyway to like. The only thing that's there is the intellectual property. That's the only thing that needs to be there. The image. Somebody said we needed to experience to evolve spiritually. That's that part that amazes me, how he was able to not care about how far out he is such a young age. Yeah, oh, y'all talking about, oh, shout out to Jackie New. Yeah, real shit. I didn't know I was that far, but I just knew I was somebody. That I wasn't shit though. I was no thing. But this is a reminder of what space we all should be in. So y'all don't miss no other waves. Y'all don't miss no other self-liberations and things of that nature to jump into the world and shit, because this world ain't really about nothing. And once you know why you in this world in the first place, you become stronger. Like, I know staying too lost in a flunked out ass thought is what manifests shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just know how to cut shit off. I look at that like things in life. I look at everything like nature's, the stars and the mind, the physical world, the trees. I look at all these things as nature's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So when one start to over proceed itself and override and shit, I destroy it and things like that nature. That'd be thought forms and feelings and shit like that, because it'd be shit I don't need to get lost in. Before you know it, my spirit had jumped into a spaceship, went into a direction, into an area, an esoteric world, to be aware, to start experiencing some shit that I really shouldn't even give a fuck about. And a lot of times this is technically what it means to be lost in thought. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times this is y'all day to day, to be lost in a thought. Angels see that as a cloud, like you're lost in a cloud, your own personal cloud. And we're not allowed to necessarily do that for large portions out the day. We're only supposed to do that for what we are experiencing. I'm not, that's how God's presented it. I don't know how y'all think as humans, but as thoughts and feelings, these are machines. These are creatures. So these are your bitches. Like, so for the most part, you only use these things at the experience at hand. You don't supposed to sit somewhere and develop a whole bunch of thoughts and feelings before participating into a situation. Because in a 1, 2, or 3rd dimension, it appears one way, but in the 4th or the 6th dimension, it appears another way. So when you create a thought and feeling on your mind, you actually create the image for which you're getting ready to experience as the lichen. In a 1, 2, or 3rd dimension, it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. So it all look like we doing the same thing. You just filter what you get ready to do in your perspective through a fucked up ass mind state. So you could be going to a party where it's all good vibes, but if you in a fucked up mind state, you're going to that location in a fucked up mind state. So you're the reason why you may not manifest having a good time within that circumstance or situation. Don't have anything to do with the external, have everything to do with you. You see what I'm saying? So if you just change your mind frame, then your body will play out as the frequency vibrations of which you involved in. And if it's good vibes, you experience good vibrations and have good experience. If it's bad vibes, you experience the negative experiences. And then your thinking will also bend in as an action to get you out of that circumstance at the right time. Then you're able to always do that while only using memory and shit like that as a form of not feeling vulnerable, but not using it as baggage, aka to block you from having future experiences and opportunities and shit. because that's how you develop baggage also, previous experiences and the outcomes that you didn't like from them, and placing that on new people, places, and things, or sometimes even the same people, places, and things, even if the situation have changed. Get upset. Real shit. Oh, damn, my bad. I forgot everybody was